What is going on, my friends? If you're watching this video, then the game is down for maintenance and I decided to take advantage of the situation and talk about the new characters, what I initially think about them. Of course, this video, you cannot really take it seriously in the sense that I cannot really tell you how good the characters are because I never actually used them, but it'll be just me sharing my initial impressions based on the passive, based on the stats, stuff like this. First thing, I'm going to start with the diamond character MK1 Shang, who is the second MK1 character. First thing that I notice is that he has very high health. Actually, it's the second highest health in the game, only lower than Terminator, Dark Fate Terminator, and MK11 Scarlet. All the other stats, the attack, the recovery, and the toughness, they're out of top 10, unfortunately. However, we do have 130% power generation, which is awesome. But there are so many diamonds that are released with lower power generation, like 110 or even 100. And trust me, you can always feel the difference between 100% power generation and 130. It is quite noticeable. Now, unfortunately, Shang is just an outward character. I mean, I usually prefer having characters that are dual class or even nomad, stuff like this, because you can do so much, let's say, more adaptable stuff with them. You can put them in so many teams and they can be easiest, they're actually easier to support. Shang is just an outward character, but it is what it is. Now, he has very useful buffs and debuffs. Actually, he has just debuffs on his special attack. He has Snare, which is always great, and he has it on special 1. Incredible. He has Incurability, which is again super useful, especially for instance in regeneration fights. All you need to do is Shang at Fusion 0, just do 1 injection and you are free to go. And he has Poison, and this is going to be a team poison, so that's also incredibly good for regeneration fights. So all in all, if you're fighting regeneration team, Shang is the guy for you, even at Fusion 0. If you go for an X-ray, just do X-ray, make sure that the entire enemy team stops regeneration. Or if you just go to Special 2, do Special 2 to the enemy and he will stop regeneration immediately, which is extremely useful. Not to mention that you can do Special 2, and if you have 50% reduction cost of it, you can do Special 2 and then follow by Special 1 so that you can make sure that the enemy is not regenerating and is snared at the same time. And then you can finish him off using your other characters. Now, let's take a look at the passive. MK1 Shang gathers opponent's blood to craft powerful elixirs and conduct his ominous experiments. Each combo ender has a chance, guys, has a chance to be an injection that gathers the blood and adds it to the blood pool. What is actually the chance? Unfortunately, there is no information. Shang Tsung collects the same amount of blood on tagging attack and special attack. 2 injection fills the whole pool. Okay, so basically you have to do 1 special 2 and the whole pool is full, which is great. When the pool is full, an elixir of choice can be crafted. It can be injected into the opponent's body to apply a powerful effect that leaves debilitating post-effect to the end of the match. Yellow elixir drains all opponent's power in 1 second and leaves them with power generation reduced by 10%. That's pretty awesome. So in a way, it's drowning all the power in 1 second, so it's gradually going down, I believe. Red elixir stuns opponents for 3 seconds, super useful, and leaves them slowed down by 10%, incredible. Green elixir increase damage received by the opponent by 100% for 5 seconds, and leaves them with 10% less chance of blocking incoming attacks. In my opinion, the first and the second ones are better. If an opponent is killed while any elixir is active, he resurrects on Shang Tsung's side as meat. So basically, if you want to get meat to fight on your side, in more cases you have to use the green elixir because it increases the damage by 100%. It cannot use equipment or passive effects, fair, but it has 35% critical hit and unblockable attack chance boost. Awesome! Shang Tsung is healed by 25% of damage done by the creature. Incredible! So, I have to be real, this is super good passive. Unfortunately, what I don't understand is if those effects stack, and are there any, let's say, boundaries how many elixirs I can craft. For instance, if I do 10 special attack 2s and I do 10 yellow elixirs, am I going to make sure that the enemy power generation is reduced by 50%? So I don't know whether they stack, and I don't know whether there is any, let's say, once again, whether it's any boundaries, whether I can craft up to 3 elixirs or up to 5 elixirs, it's never said, which is weird. So I can assume that they do stack and there is no limit. Probably. Team passive. Shang Tsung can be tagged in while his teammates are under basic combo attack countering with tagging attack. So this is going to be hell if you are facing a boss MK1 Shang Tsung or let's say MK1 Shang Tsung boss team. Because if you're not facing MK1 Shang, you're going to get countered all the time. So the only remedy for this is to make sure that if you're fighting this guy, you have to make sure that every single time when you're fighting whoever of his team, they're snared. Because if they're snared, I guess Shang Tsung cannot tag in. But if he can, this is going to be a nightmare. If he can bypass the snare, this is going to be incredible hell for every single person, especially beginners. How do you beat this thing? If he tags in every single time, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be hell. Oh my god. I hope that snare can counter him, because if it doesn't, if he bypasses snare, I hope a lot of people understand how horrible this guy can be as a boss if he bypasses snare. It's going to be terrible to deal with. Anyways, probably there is another thing that some of you have noticed already when it comes to MK1 Shang. Remember when MK1 Scorpion was released, there was one weird thing. He had no benefits, he had no synergy with other MK1 characters, and you're going to say, alright, that's fine, he's after all the very first one. So probably you're going to think that the second MK1 character that they release will have some synergy with other MK11 characters, or MK1 characters, right?
Wrong.
Well, MK1 Shang doesn't have any synergy with MK1 characters, and quite frankly, he doesn't have any synergy with MK1 Scorpion. One reason, he's an outward character, so if you put him with MK1 Scorpion, you're going to reduce the power of MK1 Scorpion, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, I reckon this guy is going to be incredible, and I reckon he's going to be super useful at Fusion Zero. However, I fear him as a boss. And I hope that he cannot bypass snare, because if he does, oh my god, it's going to be horrible. Let's move to Onslaught Fujin. So, Onslaught Fujin, when we talk about the stats, again, he has the second highest attack so far, and the highest, absolute highest recovery in the Gold League. So this guy can recover quite fast, and we have to notice the fact that he has 110% power generation, which is super high basic power generation for all gods. You know, usually they have just 100%. If you take a look at the classes, unfortunately he's just an Elder God. I'm saying unfortunately because there aren't many Elder Gods, but I guess it is what it is, nothing we can do about it. He's Fujin after all. His special 1 has Weaken, which is good. His special 2 has Shield, which is incredible, and his special 3 or the Fatal Blow has Weaken, which is unfortunate. I mean, having Weaken on Fatal Blow isn't really incredible. It's not horrible, but I'd prefer something like Team Fire or Team Shield or Team Recovery, stuff like this. Let's take a look at the passive. After 10 successful basic attack hits, Fujin can choose to gain Tornado Ambush buff or an instant random bonus. If basic combo attack is blocked, it counts as a 0.5 hits for an Air Wisdom. Tornado Ambush is active for 6 seconds, reduces the active opponent's attack by 10%, and increases Fujin attack by the same percentage for the rest of the fight. If a new opponent tags in while Tornado Ambush is active, their attack will be also reduced. Maximum Fusion attack boost and maximum attack reduction for each opponent 50%. That's cool. I mean, you can increase your attack by 50%. That's crazy. On tag out, I mean, MK1 Scorpion can only increase it by 25%. On tag out, Fujin loses 5% increased attack amount every 5 seconds. Fujin applies Weaken on special attack 1 crossbow blast. I mean, it's already in the description, it's in the icon. Why is this part of the passive? That's weird. Anyways, random bonuses, instant damage, regain health instantly. How much damage do you do? How much health do you regain? Drain 1 bar of power instantly, gain 1 bar of power instantly. That's if you decide to get the random bonus. Okay, so you either increase your attack or you play the lottery and you get something random. Team passive. After Elder God teammates combo enders, Onslaught Fujin has a 30% chance to assist with the crossbow and shoot the opponent while tagged out, dealing damage. That's going to be pretty cool with Injustice Raiden. Especially if you manage to do Injustice Raiden to have speed boost, it's going to be incredible. But unfortunately, it just assists the Elder God teammates combo enders. So it will be good on the Joker, it will be good on Eren Black, it will be good on Raidens, of course, it will be good on Nightwolves, and more or less that's it. So I cannot really say much about Onslaught Fujin. He seems like a very interesting character, but there's nothing else I can say. It all depends on how much is that instant damage, how much is that instant health that you're regaining. Generally speaking, I don't know how, I don't know what to expect from him. And this assist, how much damage is he dealing? Look at this. There's 30% chance to assist with a crossbow and shoot the opponent while attack without dealing damage. How much is that damage? Is it based on the attack? Is it based on the special attack, for instance? I don't know. It's super weird. Anyways, guys, so these are my initial thoughts on the new two characters. I cannot wait to test the new MK1 Shang, and I cannot wait to see whether he bypasses Snare, because if he does, oh my god, that's going to be horrible. Horrible to face. See you next time, guys. Take care.